Hey there, amazing listeners. Welcome back to another exciting episode of Transform Yourself, the podcast that's all about empowering you to shed those stubborn pounds and embrace your best self. We are your hosts, Kacy and Tyler. You know me as the Calorie Deficit Queen. We have lost a collective 130 pounds, and we use the 4 M's of fitness, mind shift, meal shift, micro habits, and muscle building to create sustainable fat loss. So whether you're a fitness enthusiast, a beginner, or curious about making positive changes, Transform Yourself is your go-to source for inspiration, information, and practical strategies built around the 4 M's of fitness. And today's episode is going to be super practical because we are talking about my favorite low to no calorie staples that help me stay in a calorie deficit if I am in a calorie deficit, without feeling hungry, without feeling deprived, without feeling completely bored out of my mind. I am not talking rice and chicken, y'all. We're going to talk about flavorful items to keep in your house so that you can be in a calorie deficit and make it feel satisfying. If you're in a fat loss phase right now, or maybe you're just trying to tighten things up before the holidays, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm not always in a calorie deficit. That would be silly to be in a calorie deficit for long periods of time. So sometimes I go back to maintenance, and then sometimes I go and put myself in like a 2 or 3 week calorie deficit, then back to maintenance, and I cycle through that way.
You're probably in maintenance more than anything else.
I'm probably in maintenance, I would say 80% of my year, and I would say about 20-30% of my year I'm in a deficit to, if I see the numbers trending the wrong way.
Why no bulk?
There's been times of bulk. There's certainly been that. Okay. The calorie surplus, so that I can gain muscle, the proper muscle. This episode is going to help you build a go-to list of foods that will be flavor boosters and make your deficit feel more doable. Because here's the truth. You don't have to be miserable to lose weight. And flavor is your friend, especially when you're in a calorie deficit. So let's first kind of talk about the why. Why low to no calorie foods matter. When you are in a deficit, your goal is to get full with fewer calories. Mm-hmm. So you're basically tricking your brain and your body into feeling satisfied without blowing that calorie budget of yours. And that's where these low calorie staples, they come in. They help you. They're going to help volumize your meal so that your plate still looks full. They're going to help add flavor without all the fattening sauces or oils. They're going to help curb cravings for sweet or salty foods. They're going to make tracking easier because you don't have to overthink every bite. And so these are like my calorie saving superheroes. I'm going to name at least 15 today. Maybe
it's also worth pointing out, when you see people, or when someone would see someone online saying, you're not losing weight because you're not eating enough. This is either they're outright lying.
Correct.
Or this is what they're actually referring to is you need to be eating higher volume foods that will keep you full. So your physical intake is more, but your overall calories are down, because it does not matter. It doesn't matter what diet, whatever, if you're doing it like you prescribe with a very reasonable, moderate take, or an extreme version, the only way to lose weight is to be in a deficit, period. In the story. It's the physics
law of thermodynamics is what he's referring to, y'all.
There you go.
And basically he's talking about like 2 cups of slaw or 2 almonds. Like, right? Which one's they could both be right around the same calories, but you're going to be
one will keep you full.
Yeah.
And one will just make you mad.
For sure. Without a doubt. So let's get into it with my low to no calorie foods and flavorings and sauces and things that I use to help keep me in a deficit. And here we go. We're going to start with the mornings, because this is where people accidentally waste hundreds of calories without even realizing it. So many women I coach, they might start their day off with one of 2 things. They might start with like a fancy coffee drink loaded with sugar and cream, or a grab and go breakfast that's more calories than it is
Like what do you think like a medium or whatever the hell they call it, like caramel, whatever you think the most popular drink from Starbucks is?
250 to 300 calories. Starbucks caramel macchiato, 250 to 300 calories.
Oh, you had that queued up. Okay. Well, but that's
boom.
But that's a great point. You're basically drinking like what you're getting. No nutritive value out of that.
Zero.
And at least with a milkshake, I guess you could make the argument that there's like protein and calcium, like
right.
There's something nutritive to it. But with like a coffee drink, it's literally just sugar. Like
and
there's really nothing redeeming. It's like a Coke. There's, from a nutrition perspective, there's nothing redeeming about it.
My number one swap in the morning, I use cashew milk. I use it as my creamer. Half a cup of cashew milk, half a cup, y'all. 13 calories. And it gives me the creamy texture, the luxury without all the calories from half and half or oat milk. Even oat milk has a lot of calories in it, you know? I mean, it's not a ton, but it's more so than my cashew milk.
Can I propose something?
Yes.
Buy better coffee and drink and learn like an adult to drink black coffee.
I do not drink black coffee. That is my husband. He does drink black coffee.
Yeah, I'm a grown man.
Listen.
If your husband
I won't do it.
is doing all that, time to have some hard conversations.
So half and half is around 40 calories per tablespoon. Oat milk can be 70 to 90 calories per half cup, y'all. So cashew milk, 13 calories for a half a cup. So that's saving like 60 calories plus before 7 a.m. And here's the kicker. Those 60 calories matter and here's the kicker. Those 60 calories matter when you're trying to stay in a calorie deficit. If you save 60 calories at breakfast and lunch and another 60 at dinner,
it adds up.
That's 180 calorie difference daily. And over a month, that's over 5,000 calories. That's more than a pound. Yeah. That's about a pound and a half. Just from tiny swaps. So listen, I have one of those fancy frother things. I know y'all have them too. Use your frother, froth that cashew milk, heat it up, froth it. It's fantastic. And if you like your coffee sweet, I do, don't reach for the sugar. What do you do next? You use things like 0 calorie syrups. I always have 0 calorie syrups. How many do I have in this house right now?
Okay, you just got back from the store?
Yes.
And you bought 3 at the store just now. Three different flavors. That's
a different type. That's a sauce. That's not a skinny syrup for my coffee.
Okay.
But I did come home this week with at least 3 skinny syrups. Right now I have.
I want to see a video of you doing kind of like a tour of like all of your accoutrement. Like it's so
it's much. A lot. It's a lot. I'm a little extra. It's fine. It's fine, ladies. Y'all are
job.
too.
It's your job to be abreast of this stuff.
Right? Yeah.
I mean, honestly, like you should be doing review videos of that kind of thing.
I should. So
with all the extra time you have.
Let's talk about flavor, because I don't do boring coffee. I use the skinny syrups like the caramel, vanilla. I have toffee. I used toffee in it this morning. It was so delicious. Buy those Toranis, or I think Jordan's make some. There's a lot of different brands. I go to Home Goods, Marshall's Home Goods, whatever that store is called, to get mine, because they are like $4.99 a bottle, and I love that I can get them on sale and
you go clean them out.
Like I do. Like I clean their shelves out every time,
and you clean them out
for sure. And these are 0 calories, and they make your coffee taste like and feel like they came from a coffee house. For literally 0 calories. And you can mix and match a pump of caramel, a pump of vanilla, dash of cinnamon, right? Yeah. And you've got a drink that tastes like it came from Starbucks, but it fits your calorie deficit.
Yep.
And all that. Listen, I can have my hot coffee, half a cup of cashew milk, a pump of caramel skinny syrup, a dash of cinnamon, all of that under 20 calories. Boom. Caramel macchiato, 250 to 300 calories. See the difference, y'all? So
it's like a 10th.
Let's make sure we start our days with not loading our coffee full of calories. I don't like to drink my calories. I like to eat my calories. I like to stay very satisfied. Let's move on to my favorite low-calorie flavor boosters. We're going to talk about sauces and syrups and seasonings because this is where flavor lives, right? And one of the things that I always have is Carrie's sugar-free or Walden Farms sugar-free maple syrup. I get some serious hate every time on the internet every time I post a video with this ingredient in it. Mostly from, I think, Canadians who are very serious about their maple syrup, which I agree. Listen, I am not saying
no
that
one's
this
trying
stuff
to say like it's
is
better
or pure or any of that. That's not what I'm saying.
It's purely
that's not the point.
It's a math equation. And
That's it.
And I don't understand why people just don't understand that.
Well, I call myself the calorie deficit queen, so I would hope that people would know that my page is about calorie deficit and not about trying to, have
you're not trying to
most
make a
pure ingredients.
And you're not trying to make a political statement. You're not trying to make any kind of a statement other than the fact that I like maple syrup and this is an alternative
that's low calorie and fits my budget, 4 calories, period.
Exactly. That's it.
And this sugar-free maple syrup, it is 5 calories for 2 tablespoons, y'all. Let's be honest, pancakes, protein waffles, that would taste disgusting without syrup. I mean, I have to pour the syrup on it, right? So I can use, like 6 tablespoons of syrup for 15 calories?
Yep.
Boom.
Also great to add into oatmeal.
For sure.
Because then you get like because it's got a good flavor. It's got a good maple flavor.
You can even pour it into some yogurt for a high protein dip. Quick tip, grab some yogurt, your favorite high protein yogurt, add some sugar-free maple syrup, add some pumpkin puree. Boom, you have a amazing apple dip. So there you go.
Apple
good
dip.
Fall tip. Another sauce that I use, y'all know this one, G. Hughes. I love me some G. Hughes sauce. God bless that man. He has a ton.
Get on the board of directors for that company.
He has a ton of sauces that I use and love. Sweet chili, shout out to that one. It's my favorite. And they are like 5 or 10 calories per tablespoon. And the barbecue, the teriyaki,
there's ketchup. There's a Chick-fil-A knockoff. They've got
so
literally
many.
Everything.
Yeah. What's the one? Pineapple ginger. That one's a good one. Marinate your chicken in it. It's so good. And so these are my go-to, and I use them because they are guilt-free, and I can add a ton of flavor with very few calories. Let's go back to these sauces, the 3 that I came home with today. Those are Jordan's skinny sauces, not to be confused with Jordan's skinny syrups. The skinny syrups I was talking about earlier they're very liquidy and they're very, the ones you put in your coffee. There's also some that basically replace a caramel sauce or do you say it caramel or caramel? Does it?
It doesn't. I think it's like what side of the Mason-Dixon you're on.
Is that right?
I think that's how it goes. I don't know which one goes to which, but
I think I just kind of say both. I toggle between. So caramel sauce and chocolate sauce, fudge sauce.
Caramel does sound a little bit sexier though.
Does it?
Caramel sounds like kind of dumb. Caramel sounds sexy.
Okay.
Caramel.
All right. I've never thought of it that way. These are sauces that are perfect if you want something super sweet, right? Like I literally take these sauces and I put them on rice cakes sometimes, right? You can take a buttery popcorn rice cake, 35 calories. That's it. Grab some Jordan's skinny salted caramel sauce and boom, pour it on there.
Is this the thing you've been making a lot lately?
I have been making this. Yeah, it's a sweet treat. And it can be, if you have one rice cake with a little bit of that caramel sauce and then a little bit of fat-free Ready Whip. Yeah. This is a under 50 calorie sweet treat. If you are having that craving, if that craving hits and you don't want to reach into your kids' candy from Trunk or Treat, right? There you go. There is your sweet treat for very few calories. Another one I use water enhancers like Mio. Now I don't buy the Mio brand normally because that one's
It's like-
insane expensive. It's
Yeah.
so expensive. I can't with how
It's
expensive
like
it is.
$9 for the little squirter deal.
It's so expensive. So I typically buy the store brand, whatever store I'm in. I buy the store brand version, right?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing. Doesn't matter. It helps me drink water.
But there's a million different versions.
There
They've
are
got-
the watermelon
there's-
flavor, love
well,
it. The
and then
mango
there's
flavor, love
powders,
it.
And there's all sorts of other stuff. You know what you can also do? Go real old school and just squeeze a lemon.
I mean, you could, but
What, are we too fancy
you
for
could,
that?
but I like mine tasting a little bit sweet. And these are like 0 to 5 calories per serving.
I'm
And
very Hank Hill. Like
you're very Hank Hill.
I'm very Hank Hill. I'm like, well, you can just put a regular lemon. That sounds pretty good to me. Call me crazy.
Another staple, Kinder's buttery garlic seasoning.
You're obsessed with this stuff.
I am obsessed with this
It's
stuff.
okay.
I pour it on my dinner probably 4 out of 7 nights a
You
week.
can get it at Costco in a giant,
Thank God.
a giant jug of it. It's okay. Like it's just not my favorite.
It tastes exactly like it sounds. It tastes like you put butter and garlic on your
Yes.
food, and it's 0 calories.
There's been a
Boom.
couple things you like. I think it tasted better on shrimp than it did on chicken.
So good. I
But,
put it on
yeah.
everything. I use it on veggies. I use it on rice. I use it on palmini mash the other day. So good. So good. That was delicious. Listen, it flavors everything when you are eating in a deficit and makes it taste like you literally put butter in your food. And I mean, yes, talk about satisfying. Diet root beer. 0 calories.
Yeah.
Yep. If you're craving something sweet and
So
fizzy
this-
after dinner, this is it. This
It's
is
funny.
the trick. This is the thing that satisfies my soda craving without undoing my entire day.
This podcast is basically turning into a grocery shopping list.
I mean, it kind of is my grocery list.
You're giving away all the secrets.
Right. I mean,
But diet sodas in general, and I know here's the obligatory aspartame. Like you have to eat like pounds of aspartame over a very long period of time in a rat study, not in a human study, in a rat study to get cancer. So drinking a diet soda in moderation, like anything else, you're going to be fine.
and here's what I tell you, and I I get it. A lot of what I've listed, the sugar-free maple syrup, the G. Hughes sauces, the Jordan Skinny sauces, all of these things have different oses in them, like sucralose, whatever, the different syrup, or the different sweeteners in them. You find what works for you and your digestive system, and if it works for you, great.
Yeah.
Use it.
And if you don't like these, or if you don't want to use artificial sweeteners anyway, well, you know what? Maybe these recipes aren't for you.
I mean, that's
Maybe,
true.
You know, it's okay.
Yeah, that's absolutely true. I'm not for everyone, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Next section, my go-to low-calorie volume foods. So actual foods, not sauces, sweeteners, none of that, right? So shredded lettuce and bagged slaw. I literally bought 2 bags of shredded lettuce, a 2 bags of slaw, and I'm talking the kind that I'm not with all the mix-ins, not with the mayonnaise, not with any of that.
Nope.
Just
the
the slaw.
It's just shredded
And
cabbage.
I also bought a container of spring mix. I will probably eat all of that this week. Me.
That's a guarantee.
Alone.
That's a guarantee.
Without a doubt.
You'll definitely do that.
So when I talk volume, I am a volume eater because I like to feel full. I love the feeling of feeling full when I am done with a meal.
Yeah, especially
I buy
with the
these
slaw.
every week. Yeah, they're my base. These are my bases for a burrito bowl, a taco salad, just a regular chicken salad, a wrap, you name it. You're going to get crunch, you're going to get volume, you're going to get fiber for next to nothing because shredded lettuce is 10 calories per serving, y'all. You can eat the entire bag for, I think, right around 30 or something calories.
Yeah.
And bagged slaw, the entire bag is 95 calories. The entire bag. And you're not going to eat the whole bag. I eat like half a bag with my lunch. Make it into it, put it in a pan, put some spray oil in there, and boom, you've got a stir fry.
Yep.
Put some protein in there.
A little bit of seasoning and you're good to go.
Some of that Kinder's seasoning, buttery garlic, yum. Moving on, zucchini and yellow squash. You're right. This is a grocery list. I literally just bought all of this stuff.
I know. This sounds like your lunch every day.
It does. Zucchini and yellow squash are my friends.
You eat this all the time.
Specifically when I'm trying to be in an accurate deficit. You can get a large zucchini. Don't get the small one, get the large one. You can get a large yellow squash. You can eat these for about 40 calories each, period. 40 calories. These are like volumizing MVPs. I saute it. I add that buttery garlic seasoning, and I add it to my slaw and my protein, and boom. High volume, high protein, low calorie meal with a G Hughes sauce. Keeps me satisfied, keeps me full, keeps me happy. Makes it easier to be in a calorie deficit. Frozen riced cauliflower is another one. I have tons of bags of frozen rice cauliflower in my freezer right now.
Not a fan.
10 ounces, 10 ounce bags. They are 60 calories per bag. Eat the whole bag. Seriously. It's filling. It's full of fiber. It replaces rice in almost any meal.
Yeah. Well, and I know I talk trash about cauliflower rice, but when you, as maybe a middle ground, when you do mix it with regular rice, it's not really that noticeable.
Yep.
So I'll say that. I'll give the devil its due.
And just FYI, what's in the crock pot right now is mixed cauliflower rice with rice. I bet if I didn't tell you that, you may not have noticed.
Why'd you tell me? Now I know.
Now you know.
No, I'm not going to eat it. I'm going to
You will
stomp
too.
my
You'll
feet
eat
later.
it. No, you'll eat it. You'll love it. And by the way, right now in the crock pot is the French onion chicken from my 3-step meal prep cookbook. But I decided, I was like, you know what? I bet this would make a really great crock pot meal. And so I threw all the ingredients except for the cheese and the French onion crisps in the crock pot. And then at the very end, I'm going to throw those in. It's going to be good. Bet it's going to turn out just fine.
That's for supper?
I'm filming it, so we shall see, right? If it turns out great, I will make a video and put it on the internet.
Then you know it didn't turn out.
Right. Look for that video,
We just
y'all.
forget. Just forget it ever happened.
So yeah, frozen rice cauliflower. I add it. It's so good. And then also the palmini rice and the palmini mash. So good. It's made from hearts of palm. These are, the entire bags of these are like 60 to 90 calories per bag. They're super satisfying. They are great if you want something that tastes like mashed potatoes. Again, I did wax on about adding the garlic, the Kinder's garlic buttery seasoning, right, on the palmini mash, and it was so good. It just tasted like buttery mashed potatoes.
You like that stuff so much that it's funny. Like when I'm posting videos for you on YouTube, that the amount, because on YouTube you have to say like, is this a sponsored post or not?
Oh, okay.
And the vast majority of videos where you use palmini, you are not like promoting them. You're just using the product because you genuinely like the product.
It's true. This is true. Next up, peaches, berries, low calorie fruit right there. Peaches and berries. I have been really digging the peaches lately. They are kind of out of season, and I'm kind of sad about it. But peaches, they're like 40 calories per 100 grams.
But that's fruit kind of in general. I'm sure there's probably...
there's some that are higher
I
calories.
mean, if we're not talking about avocados, which I know technically are fruit, but I'm just talking about like what you standard board, like what you figure a fruit is. Maybe I'm sure there's some that are more or less.
Pears,
but
strawberries, blueberries, raspberries. These are, and peaches. Those are like your super high volume, low calorie fruits. And strawberries, they are 32 calories per 100 grams. Blueberries are 57 calories per 100 grams. Raspberries, 52 calories per 100 grams. These are all very low calorie, right around the 50 or less range. Mm-hmm. And then rice cakes, I already mentioned those. Buttery popcorn rice cakes, y'all. These are my new favorite. They're 35 calories per rice cake. The caramel flavored rice cakes, those are 50 calories. I had one earlier as a snack. And then finally, egg whites. Egg whites, y'all, they're 25 calories for 3 tablespoons. And then you get 5 grams of protein. And so I would say I have around 150 grams of egg whites every morning. Every morning.
Yeah.
Because I want to make sure I get high protein breakfast. I want to start my day right with those egg whites.
That's about as pure protein as you can basically get.
Yep. Protein efficiency. There it is right there. Egg whites. Boom. And so all of these foods that I mentioned, they fix my sweet tooth or my salty craving if I want like a buttery popcorn rice cake, or
it just gives you an alternative to the full octane version of itself.
Yeah.
That, for even, I've thought about this, like with the lifestyle that we live, we basically kind of live in maintenance now.
Yes.
If you add this stuff into your diet as just kind of normal, like if you like it and it agrees with your digestive tract and whatnot, adding this stuff in just as kind of like regular things in your diet buys you like a lot of latitude.
It buys a lot. It really does. And listen, and here's the number one. I forgot to mention it. Please swap your liquid oil with spray oil.
Yeah. That's
liquid olive oil is 120 calories per tablespoon.
And you're putting a lot more than that in there, sweetie. Like
absolutely.
You're putting like 3 or 4 glugs.
You're making that 40 calorie zucchini you just sauteed into 250 calories.
Yeah. It's going to taste
vegetable.
Good. It's going to taste great. But you're basically frying it in olive oil.
Here's the thing. Flavor matters for adherence. All of these foods, all of these sauces that I listed, they add flavor to my day. Most people think that staying in a calorie deficit means that you're going to eat bland chicken, boiled chicken and broccoli on repeat. Y'all know. No. I like chicken. I like broccoli, but
But if you're eating boiled
that sounds
chicken
awful.
And blanched broccoli and
sounds
plain
terrible.
White rice and no salt, there's a better way. You don't have to do that.
And if you are doing it, let's be real, that's going to last like 3 days before your face burst in a bag of chips. If your food doesn't taste good, you aren't going to stick with it.
No.
If your plan doesn't fit your life, you are going to quit. And I don't want you to quit. I want you to stay the course. And flavor keeps your taste buds satisfied. This is why I use things like G. Hughes sauces, Kinder seasonings, sugar-free syrups. And it's why I make creative meals with these items that feel indulgent but fit my macros.
Yeah.
When food feels boring, discipline feels hard. But when food tastes amazing, consistency feels easy. And that's the psychology behind adherence. Your brain doesn't crave restriction. It craves satisfaction. And when you can satisfy yourself within your calorie goals, you create effortless adherence to your plan. And flavor makes your plan enjoyable. And that makes fat loss possible. Because the best plan is not the one that's the hardest to follow. It's the one that you can actually stick with long enough to see the results that you want. Staying in a calorie deficit does not have to be boring or bland or feel like punishment. It's about creating an environment where success feels easy. So make a list. Add 2 or 3 of these things to your list for your next grocery shopping trip. When your meals taste good and you look forward to them, you want to stick to the plan. And this is how I ultimately lost the 70 pounds that I did, and how hundreds of my clients are losing fat as well. We are finding what works for them. There are many other items, not just the ones I listed, that are very low calorie that you can keep as a go-to source for yourself to keep yourself satisfied. It's about learning how to make your calorie deficit delicious. That is a wrap. I hope this gave you some ideas for staying in a calorie deficit without feeling like you're dieting. You can love food and love your body at the same time. If you are looking for weight loss resources like the 3-step meal prep cookbook that I mentioned, or maybe a crock pot cookbook, low calorie, high protein, maybe desserts in a deficit. I have a whole book of 64 desserts in a deficit. 32 of them are single serve. You can find all of that at thecaloriedeficitqueen.com. You can also calculate your calorie deficit at thecaloriedeficitqueen.com. You can also calculate your protein goal at thecaloriedeficitqueen.com. So go check it out. Thank you for joining us on another episode of Transform Yourself. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the love. Until next time, keep shining, keep smiling, and keep transforming yourself.
Adios.